Greetings, dears. This is Annette of AnnetteLeonard.com, back again with another moment for chronic wellness. I'm glad you're here. We are talking about friendships and chronic illness, and I am rewinding back to the time when I first got sick. And this for me is like 10 years ago. And like many of us, when I first got sick, I had no idea that I wasn't just, sick, that it wasn't just like a bug that was gonna knock me down and I was gonna be sick and then get over it and get back to the business of my life. And so, in that vein, I just was proceeding with business as usual and trying to limp along and maintain all the things that I was doing at that point in my life, which was way too many things. And my friendship circle was extremely broad and very, very shallow. I really had things wired up so that I expected, needed, wanted others to rely really heavily on me. And I did not rely heavily on very many others. There were one or two other people besides my wife who I let in very far, who I trusted very much, who I relied very much on, and particularly who I let see me in any state other than like together. Like, people did not see this messy or falling apart, vulnerable, discombobulated. Like, this shit was always in check. And yet I would get there for other people. Like, I was all about helping other people clean up their messes, pull their shit together, help them get their lives sorted and situated. And I prided myself on being there for others. And little did I know, like, there's so much judgment wired up in that way of operating. Like, show me yours, but I'll never show you mine. Like, that's not a way to have reciprocity and balance in friendships. And yet, I think it was self-protection. I know that it was not feeling worthy, believing that if people saw my ugliness, they would turn their backs. They wouldn't get there for me. I wouldn't be enough. So that was a big part of how I had set things up, pretty unconsciously, and yet it was a disturbingly consistent pattern once I then had the chance to sit back and observe it. At this point, I hadn't had a chance or a need to shake out of that and therefore see that that was the pattern I had established. And so here I was with lots and lots of really shallow friendships and realizing that this illness was not like the others, was not going away, was not releasing me back to life as usual. And I didn't know who was going to hold on for the reckoning that was to come. Gulp. Mighty scary. Yeah. It's interesting to cast my mind back there now and think about how many layers of terrifying there were in those early days, from what is happening to my body to what does this all mean to who of these people will stay. And I know that there are some of you watching this right now who are in that space right now. And I get that this is a scalding fire that feels like it is burning your flesh and consuming you. And it won't always be this way. And I'm sorry you're there right now. Hang on, tune in, find others. We are out there. You are not alone. We'll be together again soon. Thanks for tuning in. And until we are, be well.